Good day, everyone. My name is Dinesh Daniel, and today I am presenting my final year project preliminary report, which is titled Design, Fabrication, and Testing of a Food Cart. My supervisor for this project is Dr. Terence Lala. This slide illustrates the content of this presentation. We begin with the background to give us a better understanding of this project. Firstly, this project is a continuation of work started by a previous student of the university, Mr. Varun Maharaj. He was also under the supervision of Dr. Lala. Since this has already been started, a lot of the areas in the product design and development process have already been done, which include the selection of design, research methodology, SWOT analysis, pest analysis, Porter's five forces, failure mode effect analysis, SolidWorks simulation, as well as financial analytics such as activity-based costing, net present value, profit, profitability index, discounted payback period, licensing standards, and regulation research have already been conducted and have been taken into consideration. What is the issue of the project, and what is the aims this project intend to solve? This student identified an overwhelming issue being faced by the student population at the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine campus. The student noticed limited and difficult access to food at UWE. This diagram illustrates a map with the area within the outline being the university's main campus. There is one food court at the university which is located at the southern end of the campus, which is highlighted. This therefore makes it challenging for those at the northern side and environs to acquire food. Additionally, the food court serves the restricted options of food with constraints in the opening hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and it is often overwhelmed with a crowd, especially during the lunch period. This can now be portrayed to a national scale with the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic as persons are looking for food with an easy convenience. Therefore, what is this project about? What are the objectives? As this project continues from where the last student left off, we must continue the building of the outer frame. Then, to optimize and install layout of internal components, to modify electrical and plumbing design, and to test the completed product in a real-world environment. The scope of this project is to continue existing design and construction of this food cart while increasing its versatility and efficiency. This involves both the creation of new designs and the optimization of previous designs for efficiency. As previously explained, currently there is a need for convenient, low interaction food source. But what does this mean? How can our food cart achieve this? We can do this by meeting the following criteria. The food cart must be cost effective, meaning it is relatively cheap to produce and operate. It must require little and inexpensive equipment in order to operate, and maintenance costs should be low as possible. The cart must be versatile, as it must serve various types of food. It should serve food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The cart must also be able to provide food wherever needed, whether it be in or out of the university's campus. The rise of COVID-19 pandemic showed the importance of attaining food with little physical contact with persons or the environment. To do this, My project will work hand in hand with our colleagues Jim and Lala. He is, cre- he is creating an app for the food whereby food can be ordered and paid for online. Therefore, all persons need to do is collect. In an ideal situation, there should be no waiting times and no contact with anyone. As any undertaking, there will be some limitations. One major limitation is because of the pandemic being faced. I cannot witness the fabrication process and must rely on my liaison technician, Mr. Navin Narain, to ensure the work is being done and that it is to standard and correct. It also eliminates any ideas or impromptu changes to the cart as I see fit as the work go along. Secondly, as the frame has already been started and materials are already purchased and cut, I am faced with limited design freedom. I must work with the existing material and design. Lastly, the time frame in which the work needs to be completed. The technicians have already started construction and they want to finish as soon as possible and as much as possible by December. As a result, I have limited time to do research and have to prioritize their needs, for example, sending design or design changes, buying materials, and just guiding this process along over other aspects of the project. The research conducted were on four main topics: the regulations to be taken into consideration, layout to assist in utilizing the space in the most innovative ways, insulation on panels as the frame will need to be enclosed, and proper materials must be used. And lastly, patent reviews of existing food carts. Under the regulations, certain aspects were taken into consideration. These were the wiring codes, lighting design and specification, health and waste disposal, licensing, and financial analysis. This was the selected design chosen by the last student and will be fabricated and tested by me. The design is compact and lightweight and allows for proper ventilation of the food cart. This shows the progress made by the other student and where I am starting at in this project. How is this project planned to be completed on time? The building of the concept is to be done. This will be broken up into different tasks. Firstly, the frame needs to be completed. Tasks and designs need to be tweaked and constructed. Secondly, the electrical and plumbing designs need to be done and then installed. Lastly, the frame will be insulated and sealed. It can then be painted and graphic works can be done to meet user requirements. After the completion of the fabrication, the equipment and appliances needs to be installed, after which the card should be fully operational and the real-world testing can be conducted. Lastly, analysis of the food card must be done to ensure it meets all requirements. Recommendation and improvements can then be made. I am glad to see that a lot of progress has been made thus far in the construction. The frame is 90% completed, the flooring have begun installation, and soon the electrical and plumbing will be in place. Here is the Gantt chart which shows how this project is intended to be completed. Thank you for your attention, and I hope now you have a clear understanding on what my project is about and the tasks that need to be completed. Thank you.